And can you still hear me?
Yes.
Good. Okay. We'll mute everybody. Good. And we will start in a comfortable seat. Either eyes closed, or focusing the gaze onto one point. Make your adjustments so that this feels comfortable for you. So quite methodically scan through from your seat, through the legs, through the torso, all the way up to the crown of the head, and just ease off any unnecessary tension. Make sure the hands are not grasping, that the arms are in a relaxed position. Make any final adjustments that you need. We'll take a deep inhale through the nose. And a clearing exhale out through the mouth. Allow the body to be still. Take a moment to check in with the space that you're in. So take your awareness to your hearing, to your ears, and send the hearing out. Scan the environment in the room, in the building, outside of the building. Listen to all the different sounds that are coming up. Moving between the different sounds. There's no need to try to work out what things are or label things. Shift the attention from one sound to another, to another. Now let go of the sense of hearing and take the awareness to the sense of touch, so to the skin, and scan over the skin and feel all the variety of sensations, textures and temperatures. Take that awareness into the nostrils. And in the nostrils, feel the flowing breath, so the inhale and the exhale. Notice that the inhale breath is cool and the exhale slightly warmer. Keep your focus on the nose, on the breath moving in and out through the nostrils. We're not changing the breath at all, simply observing the natural breath in the nostrils. And become aware of other qualities of the natural breath, the speed and the depth and the size. And keeping the focus on the breath. Any time that the mind gets distracted, bring the attention back to the breath. Start now to deepen the breath. So draw the breath down, let the abdomen expand. And then follow the breath all the way out. If you inhale, you may sit a little bit taller. And with the exhale, ground down through your seat. And continue with this slightly deeper breath, feeling the effects of each inhale and exhale. Just taking a few more breaths like this. Keep your focus on each breath. Now let go of the deeper breathing. We'll bring the hands into prayer in front of the heart. An opportunity to set an intention for your practice, for the rest of your day, or something very specific, whatever you like, quality perhaps you'd like to manifest. We'll take an inhale together. Send out your intentions with your exhale. And release your hands down. Drop the chin to the chest. Feel the back of the neck lengthen. Let the shoulders stay heavy. Now drawing circles with your chin in one direction. Start to circle. And these can be as big or as little as feels good for you. We want the circles to become circular. So you might need to make them a little bit smaller, move more slowly. And the shoulders are not involved, so just let the shoulders relax. Really focus on drawing your circle with your chin. We're going to go a couple more times in this direction. And there's no rush. And the next time that the chin comes down to the chest, just let the head go. Relax the shoulders. And change directions. You start to draw your circles in the opposite direction. Imagine you're tracing a line with your chin and smoothing it out. And all the while you're breathing softly, not holding the breath. We're going to go 2 more times in this direction. Take it slowly. When you're moving, you actually feel how each side of the neck feels, the back of the neck, how it feels to lift your chin up and open up through the front of the throat. And final turn around. And when the chin comes back down to the chest, just let the head go. Lift the head up to center. When you inhale, reach the arms out to the sides. And we're going to take eagle arms. So you bring your right arm under the left. Start with the hands on the shoulders. Creep your fingers around to your shoulder blades. Give yourself a hug. Start to get a stretch through the upper back. Now you can stay just like this or wrap the forearms. And we're going to find some movement. So you might lift your elbows up and down. You can bring the head into it, nod the head side to side a little bit. So working into the upper back, the shoulders, the neck. Any movement at all that feels interesting here, go for it. We'll use an inhale to extend the arms out to the sides. And the exhale brings the left arm under the right. Go for that bear hug first. Creep the fingers around. You might sort of round the upper back, get a big stretch there. And the option then to wrap your forearms, if you like. And then find some movement. So again, as you're doing this, notice how it feels. You can circle the elbows. Drop the chin down. And on your next inhale, reach your arms out to the sides. Maybe open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Now right hand down, reach your left hand up, lean over to your right, and bend the left elbow so the left hand rests at the back of the head. You press your left sit bone down, lift your left elbow up, lean the head back. So the head is pushing your arm back rather than the arm pressing the head forwards. And if you're not feeling that stretch through the left side, make your adjustments into it. And then breathe into the left side, all the way down to your hip, into your waist, the side, the belly, the ribs, the armpit. Now reach the left hand up and release the left hand down. Reach your right hand up, stretch up, lean over, bend the right elbow, place that right hand behind the head, lean the head back. Press your right hip down. That right sit bone wants to lift up, press it down. Reach up through your elbow, make your adjustments into it. And then breathe into it. Reach the right hand up, place the right hand down, come back up. Take a twist to your right, just a gentle twist. Right hand behind, left hand crossing over. Inhale to sit tall. And the exhale, turn to your right. Any amount, don't worry about turning the head too far around. More about the twist through the torso from your belly button to the right shoulder. And then straight over to the other side. Left hand behind, right hand crossing. Now look forwards. We're going to rock onto all fours. But take the knees wide And I like to tuck my toes under. And we're going to take some hip circles. So rock the hips forwards, over to one side, back towards the heels, then over to the other side. And again, just make this as big or as little as needs be. I want to try and smooth the circle out. And if you want to get your shoulders and your head and neck involved, go ahead. Try to make it nice and fluid. And then if you haven't already, go ahead and switch the direction. When you come forward, you can almost sink the hips down a little bit, like cobra or up dog. One more turn in this direction. And then come to all fours, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips, tuck your toes under and push back to downward facing dog. A slow pedal out with the feet to stretch the backs of the legs, the lower back. On an inhale, come up onto tiptoes, lift your heels up. Exhale, down. Inhale, heels come up. Exhale, drop the heels down. Inhale, come up onto your tiptoes. This time, bring the heels over to your right. So you're on the outside edge of your right foot, the inside edge of the left foot. Now keep pressing the mat away and lift your sit bones up. Come back to tiptoes and switch sides. Your heels swing over to the left. Keep pressing the mat away. The rest of your down dog stays as it was. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. Come back to center. Inhale, come high onto your tiptoes. Exhale, press the heels back and down. Now walk your hands back to your feet at the back of the mat and fold forwards. The feet come to the edges of the mat, actually off of the mat. Heels in, toes out. Come up with the hands on your thighs. So temple pose with the hands on the thighs, or goddess or horse, whatever you want to call it. You're like this. Sink the hips down. And you're hanging out here. You can shrug your shoulders around your ears. Press the thighs away. And you can start to sway from side to side. So you're easing into the thighs, into the groin. So really shifting the weight from one foot to the other. And come back to center. On your next inhale, drop the right shoulder down. Look over your left shoulder. You're twisting and lengthening both sides. Exhale back to center. Inhale, twist to your right. Exhale, center. Bring the hands to the heart. If you need to ease off on the legs, go ahead. That was my excuse to do that. And sit back down. Eagle arms, hands out to the sides. Right arm under the left. Either bear hug or wrap your forearms. And we're going to take a cat-cow movement. So the legs are strong, lower belly engages. On your exhale, bring the elbows in towards your belly button. Chin to chest, rounding the upper back. Inhale, fingertips lift up, elbows lift up, like cow pose. Exhale, round it in. Inhale, elbows up. Last time, exhale, squeeze it in, sit deep. Inhale, lift the elbows up, and then open up, straighten the legs, star pose. Hands to heart. Sit back down. Remember the smile makes it feel better. Reach the arms out to the sides. Left arm under the right. Bear hug or wrap your forearms. Lift the elbows up. Sit a bit deeper. 3 times with your breath. Exhale, round it in. Elbows to belly button. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, round, chin to chest. Inhale, lengthen. Last one. Exhale, squeeze it in, sit a bit deeper. Inhale, star pose, open up. Bring the hands to the heart. Parallel feet, turn your toes forwards. Inhale to lengthen up. Exhale, lean towards me. Stick your bum out. Bend your knees. Chest forwards, bum back. Then release your hands down. Let the head go. Give the head a shake out, yes and no. Inhale for a halfway lift. Hands are under the shoulders. Now you can either heel toe the feet towards each other or hop the feet together. And you'll walk back to downward facing dog. On an inhale, come forwards into plank. Either knees up or knees down. Another inhale here, press the mat away. And exhale to lower down onto your belly. Tented fingers out to the side. So fingers are like spiders. And the elbows are above your wrists. Forehead down. Tops of the feet pressed down. And the pelvis is heavy, so feel your legs are really strong. On your inhale, press into your fingertips. Start to lift your chest up. Lift the head up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift up and bend your right knee as if you're going to bring the toes to the back of the head. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up, bend your left knee. Exhale, lower down. Hands under the shoulders, push up to all fours. And then back to child's pose. Seat to heels. Nestle the bum down. Let your forehead rest. Come back to your breath. Three more full breaths. When you're ready, come up to all fours. Tuck the toes and push back to downward facing dog. On your exhale, look forwards. A slow walk to the top of the mat so you feel each footprint. Inhale for a halfway lift, long spine. Exhale to fold in. Bring the big toes to touch or keep the feet hip width. When the big toes are touching, there's about an inch between your heels. Now bend the knees, sink the hips. Reach up, chair pose. So the legs are supporting you here, so you can relax your arms, your shoulders, maybe sit a little bit deeper. Now bring the hands to the heart. Slow motion into figure 4. So start to transfer the weight into your left foot. Lift your right knee up. We cross the right ankle over the left thigh and open the knee up. Now support yourself here by pressing the palms together, bringing the thumbs to the chest, Press that right ankle into the left thigh. And you might sit a bit deeper. You can keep the hands to the heart or bring the hands onto that right leg. Send the breath into the right hip and the lower back. And now we're going to stand up and bring the right knee up. So pressing into the left foot, lift your right knee up. Interlace around the right shin and stand tall. So here, find your anchors. That left foot pressing down. The gaze is on one point and the breath is smooth and even. Now you can stay just like this, or we'll add in a twist. So drop the right thigh down so it's parallel to the mat. Left hand outside the right thigh. You reach your right hand behind you. So rooting through that left foot, lifting up through the top of the head. And maybe you turn to look at the back hand. 2 more breaths. A bit of softness through the left leg, so if you wobble, you can go with the wobbles. Now look forwards, bring the hands to the heart, and step the right toes behind you for dancing Shiva. So I'm on the toe mound of the right foot, the right heel lifts up. Reach your hands up, and you're going to make a bracelet, the left hand around the right wrist. Reach up, lean over to your left, so side stretch through the right side. And you could look down or straight ahead, maybe up to the ceiling. Now look down, reach the hands up, step the big toes to touch, your feet hip width, sit down into chair. Stabilize here. Smooth out your breath. Bring the hands together, setting up for figure 4 on the left. So the weight moves into your right foot, the left knee lifts up, cross the left ankle over the right thigh, and support yourself here. Maybe you sit down, maybe you hold on. And you lengthen the sides from your hips to your armpits. Now coming to standing, bring the left knee up with you and interlace around the left shin. You can stabilize by really holding on to that knee. Stay as you are or move into the twist. The left thigh parallel to the floor. Right hand outside the left leg. Reach the left hand behind you. And you might start looking forwards and then turn the head. Find another drishti, a gaze point, and then turn the head. And you'll notice when you turn the head, that helps to move you a little bit more into the twist. Now look forwards, anchor the gaze on another point. Bring the hands to the heart. We step the left toes behind for dancing Shiva. Reach your hands up. This time the right hand is a bracelet around the left wrist. Stretch up. Lean over to your right. Fix your gaze on one point. Relax the shoulders. Now look down. Reach your hands up. Bring the big toes to touch. Sit down into chair. Take an inhale here. And your exhale to fold forwards. A halfway lift. Inhale. Forward fold. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale lifts your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale to step the right foot through. And find your feet And we're going to rise up into a crescent lunge and stabilize here. If you were wobbly, you might drop the back knee down. Interlace the fingers behind the head. Engage the core to lengthen up, and then lean the head back into the hands. Open your elbows up. Inhale to look forwards, reach your hands up. Exhale, hands to heart. Now start to lean forward, pressing into that back foot, and we'll take a twist. So turn to your right, hook the left elbow over the right knee. You can stay in the prayer twist, or if you want to take an open twist, the left hand comes down and the right hand reaches up. We've got 2 more breaths here. Each inhale, you lengthen, a bit of a lift up. The exhale, you turn that right shoulder open. Again, direct the gaze into a grounding position so you feel supported. Now look down, hands come down, step back, 3-legged dog. Give the right leg a shake out. And release to down dog and pause. Now you can choose, you can stay in down dog, you can rest in child's pose, or the option to flow through the vinyasa. Inhale to a plank. Exhale as you lower down. Inhaling for cobra or up dog. And exhale, we meet in down dog for 3 breaths. Pressing the mat away, lengthen the spine. And then we will move on to the second side. Use an inhale to lift the left leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, steps the left foot through. Find your feet, no rush. Root down, rise up, crescent lunge. And settle in. Interlace the fingers behind the head, open the chest, lengthen up, look up. There shouldn't be any crunching in the back. You want that, the back bend to be nice and long. So lengthening out of the lower back, middle back, upper back. Inhale, look forwards, reach your hands up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take an inhale. The exhale, you lean in, turn to your left, either a prayer twist, hooking your elbow, pressing the palms, or right hand down, left hand up. Wherever you are, could you deepen the lunge into your front knee? Can you open the left shoulder up a little bit? You've just got 1 more breath. Then use an exhale to look down. Place your hands down. 3-legged dog. The left leg lifts up and back. Give it a shake out. And release to down dog. Equalize your breath. Spread it out. Feel free to rest or move through the flow. Inhale to a plank. Exhale to lower down. Inhaling for cobra or up dog. Exhale, meeting in down dog. Down dog or child's pose, you've got 5 breaths. Use your next exhale to look forwards. Make your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Rise all the way up, big stretch up. Exhale, hands to heart. And be still, close your eyes. Feel very tall. Crown of the head lifts up. And balanced. Remember your intention. And drop the arms by the sides. Moving on. Inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, sit down into chair. Take an inhale. Forward fold with the exhale. Step back to down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Bend the right knee and open your hip up. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, step it through and drop the back heel down. Warrior 2, open hips and arms. And then you adjust into it and soften into it. Turn the right palm up. Drop the left hand onto the left thigh and reach your right hand up to the ceiling. Now bend the right elbow. Bring your left hand onto the right elbow. And inhale to lengthen the sides. Exhale, pull yourself back towards your left foot. So we've got that side stretch again through the right side. But don't lose the lunge in your right knee. And lean the head back into your arms. A regular reverse warrior, drop the left hand back down, reach the right hand up to the sky, and maybe look towards your back foot. On your inhale, flow through to side angle, reaching your left hand straight up to the sky. Feel that give you a lift up. Don't lose the bend in the front knee. On your next exhale, reverse. Left hand down, right hand up. Don't lose the bend in the front knee. Take an inhale. Exhale, place your hands down. Kick back to a 3-legged dog. Right leg up and back. Bend the knee and open your hip. Straighten the right leg. And we're going to come into pigeon. The right knee rests behind the right wrist. And the left toes stretch out behind you. Now I like to use my block in this position. So I put that block under my right hip, under my right butt cheek. If this is not a good position for you, come onto your back and take figure 4 with thread the needle. Now in this position, you should be able to stabilize upright without using your hands. Take an inhale to puff up your chest, and then you walk your hands forwards. You could stay up on your hands, you could come onto your forearms, you may be able to bring your forehead down, and then adjust into it. If this is not working for you, please come onto your back. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh, and maybe thread the needle. And that is the same target area as if you were lying on your front. Breathe into that opening, that sensation through the right hip, through the lower back. Now come up onto your hands and lift your chest up. Now let your right hip move or bump down onto the right and swing your left leg around. Bend your right knee, place your right foot down. I'm actually going to switch sides so you can see what I'm doing. So interlace around the shin and sit up tall. Bring your left hand behind you, so off to the left side of your mat. Flex your left foot. You just check that that foot is flexed. It's not floppy, the leg's not bent. The foot is flexed, the leg's straight. And we're going to roll onto the outside edge of the left leg, the outside edge of the left foot. And we're going to move into wild thing from this position. So I've come onto the toe mound of my right foot and the heel lifts up. Bring the hand onto your chest. Press down, lift your hips up. Turn your belly and chest up towards the ceiling. You can stay like this or reach your right hand up. Maybe bring the right hand overhead and then turn up towards the ceiling and then press down to lift up. Something like that. And then release. Cross the shins, rock forwards, and step back to down dog. Now your choice, you can rest, or if you need it, you move through your flow. One breath, one movement. Inhale to a plank. Exhale to lower down. Inhaling for a back bend. Exhale, and we're all in down dog, and we need to go through on the second side. So find your breath, and the breath stays equalized throughout. Inhale, lift your left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend the left knee and open your hip. Inhale, extend the left leg. Exhale, step the left foot through. Warrior two, find your feet. Then you open up and settle in. Turn the left palm up, drop the right hand down. Reach the left hand high, then bend the left elbow. And bring that right hand onto the left elbow point. Press the head back into your arms. Maybe just take a moment to deepen the lunge. Start to lengthen up through the right side and lean back towards your right foot. It's not a back bend, it's a side stretch. Don't lose the bend in the front knee. Regular reverse warrior. Drop the right hand back down. Reach your left hand up. Look towards the back foot. Side angle, forearm to thigh, the right hand reaching up. Make more space across your chest. Inhale, reverse warrior, right hand down, left hand up. Exhale, hands down. Three-legged dog, kick back. Left leg lifts up. Bend the left knee and open your hip. Moving straight into pigeon, either on your front or if you want to come onto your back, you come onto your back. So my left knee is to the left side of the mat, behind the left wrist. The left foot could be right down by the groin or more over towards that side of the mat. And the right toes point out behind you. Grab your block if you like using it. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, fold in to your degree and adjust into it. And then focus on the sensations. Notice what you're feeling, when you're feeling it. Come back up onto your hands and lift your chest. Let the left hip come down. Swing the right leg around. So the left knee bends. Right foot flexed. Interlace around the left shin and lengthen up. Right leg extended, left knee bent. Moving into wild thing, or the progression towards wild thing. So the right hand comes down behind you. It's roughly a foot, 18 inches or so behind me. You're going to roll over onto your right hip, the outside edge of the right foot. My wrist is under my shoulder, not kind of miles away from me. It's there to prop me up. And then I lift up onto the toe mound of my left foot. Press down, hand to heart, lift the hips up, turn the belly up, maybe reach your left hand up or extend the left hand overhead. And if you're still seated, just taking a nice back bend, that's perfect. Take another breath or two as you are. And then when you're ready, release. Bend your knees. Wrap your forearms around the shins and drop the chin to the chest. Take a moment to give yourself some thanks for your effort and for the time that you take to practice. And uncurl. Take the legs wide. We're going to bend the right knee, bring the right foot inside the left thigh, anywhere inside the left leg. And take a twist. Right hand behind, left hand crosses over. Use an inhale to sit tall. And the exhale to turn. And you can use that left hand on your thigh or your knee to get some leverage. We're turning from the waist to the shoulder. Now unravel and look forwards. A side stretch. The left hand somewhere on the left leg or inside the left leg. Reach your right hand up. And then lean over towards your left foot. And the option is to bring that right hand behind your head and open the right armpit up. And if you're not feeling that opening through your right side, adjust into it. Find your sweet spot and take a few deep breaths here. On your exhale, look down, place your hands down. We're going to turn over that left leg, so you might need to shuffle your sit bones around a little bit. And inhale just to gently lift and lengthen, and the exhale to fold forward. Can you really lean towards your left foot? Think about lengthening. Don't really want to collapse and round. As soon as you start hunching, you squish your organs and your lungs up. So we want to maintain this length. It doesn't matter how deep you fold. It's just about the opening through the right hip and through the back of the left leg. Maybe a bit of a release through the lower back. It's not about the shape, it's more about the sensations. Walk your hands in and come back up. We'll switch sides, so the right leg extends, the left foot pulls in. Taking the twist to start, so left hand behind, the right hand crosses over. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, turn. Now look forwards, a side stretch. Right hand onto the right leg or on the floor. Reach your left hand up. Then lean towards your right foot. Maybe bring the left hand behind the head. Lean the head back into the hand. On an exhale, look down. Place your hands down. Returning breastbone towards the right shin. And inhale to lengthen the spine. And then the exhale, you move forwards towards the right foot. And you might need to square the shoulders off a little bit. This left shoulder wants to dip up, dip it down. Inhale to lengthen up. Now bend the knees, plant the feet at the top of the mat, and make your way down onto your backs. Come all the way down and hug the knees in. Close your eyes. And we're going to rock from side to side. So feel that across the lower, middle, upper back and shoulder blades, rocking side to side. And then hands on the knees, turn the knees or dial the knees together in the same direction. So the knees or the thighs are together and you're rolling the knees round in one direction, so you feel this across the lower back. And the next time that the knees come in towards the belly, change the direction. So both knees traveling in the same direction, circling. And feel that through the lower back. And then the next time that the knees come into the belly, we're going to dial the knees in opposite directions. You press the knees out to the sides, away from you, in towards each other, and then draw them in towards the belly. So continue with that movement, frog circles. And the feet are just dangling down by your bum. And you feel this through the hips and the groin. The next time the knees come together and in towards you, change the direction. So the thighs are together, you push the knees away, take them wide, in towards the armpits, and then thighs touch, and then out again. So keep going, circling opposite directions in the opposite directions. Now bring the knees towards your armpits for happy baby. Soles of the feet towards the ceiling. Now hold on wherever you can, behind your knees, the shins, maybe the outside edges of the feet. And you could be still, or you might rock side to side. You could also bend and straighten the legs. Now come back to center, release the grip, give yourself a little squeeze. We're going to release into Shavasana. Now take your time arranging yourself here. Drape a blanket over you if you have one, or put your socks on, whatever you need. And come to lie down. So the legs are long, the knees and the toes naturally will roll out to the sides. You may need to make some adjustments through the buttocks and the lower back. You may need to draw the shoulder blades under the back. That gives you a nice sensation of openness across the chest. And we turn the palms up to the ceiling, and that is a symbol of surrender. The chin, a little bit tucked, little bit. We want the back of the neck to be long. And soften the face, the jaw and the tongue and the eyes, the forehead. Now let yourself go, let the body be heavy. And the breath is settled back into a natural rhythm. And we take a few minutes to be quiet and still. And I'll let you know when it's time to come out of the practice. And please do feel free to stay in Shavasana a while longer if you can. And if you're ready to come out of the practice, start to deepen the breath. And then move your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Bring the knees in. Rock to one side and make your way up to sit. With the hands in prayer in front of the heart. Take a moment in stillness to acknowledge your practice. Feel the practice in the body and the mind and the breath. We'll bring the thumbs to the third eye between the eyebrows. And remember your intention. Take all of this with you. We bow the head to the heart to seal the practice. Namaste. Thank you.